Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, and this time reviewing on Green Arrow, issue number 4, New 52 comic review. Now, as you know, I have been focusing more on Halloween movies and trying to get reviews done for them by the end of the month. But I'm now going to be doing comic books again to try and fill in some slots. And the issue you have is issue 4 of Green Arrow. And the cover has Oliver looking on with Blood Rose with two guns in her hands. And the story starts off with Oliver basically taking down some hired goons. And he says, and they say, "I told you it looks suspicious. Tell me something I don't know." And so basically he gets beaten by Mary Jane Watson, and as soon as he takes her down, they notice that something on their faces ends up blowing their faces off, and Oliver says, "Not too cross, make yourself scarce, anonymous tip," and mainly leaves off when the police come. So you mainly see Oliver talking with Adrian about basically meetings, basically interviews and other things, and pretty much points out that Amberson is pretty much, expecting him to be better, and she even points out that one of his employees is having his birthday's coming up, and Oliver basically says, "Well, had a little falling out. I mean, how was I to know she was allergic to?" And you can tell Oliver thinks, the last time I did this is kind of screwed up. And Adrian pretty much says that she doesn't want to know. And soon Jack shows up, and Oliver points out that he wants to do a games division. Basically, since Q-Cool, he wants to basically get into the action. And Jax pretty much says, "A game division? Are you kidding? What are we talking about here? RPGs? FPS?" And in case you don't know, RPGs are role-playing games, and FPS is first-person shooters, for those who don't play video games. So pretty much like he wants to make sure that Jax is onto this, and pretty much leaves off. Amberson goes in on the warpath to talk with Oliver, and it does go a bit badly. So meanwhile, in the dockyard, we see Blood Rose of what she looks like, and looks like Guy from Captain Planet. So I'm guessing the Planeteer business didn't work out for her. And pretty much gets ready to take on Oliver Queen, while her associate helps make her the weaponry and stuff, and basically leaves off. So Oliver basically is about to call it a night. And this is kind of like where after a work day you want to go home, relax, and basically just kick back and cut loose. So pretty much Oliver tries to talk with Naomi, and pretty much does talk with her. Blood Rose basically breaks in, and as soon as she gets in and tries to assassinate Oliver, who looks pretty shocked. And Bloodlow says, "I wasn't expecting you, Oliver. You're not the type to put in long hours. I wish I could say this is a pleasant surprise. But there nothing about you is even remotely present, is it? Boss? No clue." And pretty much has Naomi activate the sprinkler system, and jumps out the window, and uses the briefcase that Jax made for his Green Arrow costume. And Naomi pretty much even admits that it wasn't a bad idea for a briefcase Arrow costume. And just as basically Bloody Rose is stalking around, Oliver basically tries to fire arrows and weaponry at each other, and both lending heavy blows. And Oliver says, "Remind me to wing your neck when this is over." And basically both basically coming down with heavy blows, each punch, each kick. And Jack says, "She's all over you. Use the shark arrow. It'll buy you some," and all that. And basically fires the shock arrow. And despite this, she still gets back up. And pretty much as soon as he fires an arrow into her, he says, "Is it me, or is she not breathing heavily? Notice that, did you?" And both fall down the floor outside, and basically Bloodrose knocks him down, which implies that there is something odd about her. So she mainly gets away and has her looking on to basically be back for round 2. And yeah, this is the story. So I feel issue 4 is basic. It's meant to show Oliver dealing with other villains than Count Vertigo, Onomatopoeia, and Merlin, and dealing with something new. So the story deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.